today we're going to talk about the 5 love languages, okay? Do you know what yours are, or are they all 5 of yours? Because you're so high quality. You're the high maintenance queen.
I'm not high maintenance.
What's your love language, or do you know?
I do know. I would say communication.
I'm sorry, but that's not on there.
Okay, because I'm not into this.
Okay, what words of affirmation?
I'm not into that.
Quality time.
I'm more quality time or active service or quality time.
Okay, active service, I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, if you're doing for others, but if you try to bring me a gift, I'm like,
Right. Well, not only that, you can't be smothered. I already know that.
Exactly.
That needs to be on there somewhere.
I like physical touch.
Okay, physical touch is
so
good.
Physical touch.
And that, since that's your
time.
business, it's good that you like it.
Yeah.
So you're blessing people with yours. People who need, if that's their love language, they go to talk to Kiva every day. Every day. I bet you have, don't you have patients that show up more often than they need to?
I don't know. I know if I'm dating someone, I tend to, make sure if they have injury, I work on them in a heartbeat. Let me needle, let me take you, let me do this. That's how I give love, is by doing that.
That's active service. That's great. And it's physical touch.
Exactly. And it's quality time.
And it's quality time. It's all that good stuff.
Uh-huh.
And you're probably saying nice things to them in the process. But that would be words of affirmation.
Yeah. I guess I am. Oh, you're so attractive.
Yeah.
You're so handsome.
You're so cute. Oh, your muscles are so
you're trying. You're trying. You've been doing your dips.
Yeah, mine definitely is, I think, active service. I mean, who doesn't like gifts? I like gifts. I don't mind them.
Well, see,
but they're not required.
See, I'm not into
You don't like gifts?
Not really.
Okay, that's good to know.
I don't know why.
That's interesting, Mo. That's not a bad thing.
After clear blue, no, that doesn't move me.
That's not a horrible thing.
Wash the dishes.
Yeah, active service.
Yeah, if you do that, then that's good.
Okay, I think we go ahead and get this ball rolling.
Hi guys, welcome to How You Living, the show all about the 9 dimension of wellness so that we can help you to live your best life. I'm Dr. Kiva.
And I'm Robin B, your favorite tea lady.
Your favorite tea lady. Your aunties.
We're your aunties, and we are here to help you guys live your best life.
Exactly. Sure. So today's topic is the 5 love languages. Mm-hmm. And so for those who haven't heard about the 5 love languages, it was written by, what was his name?
Gary Chapman. And he's like a relationship expert. Mm-hmm. He does a lot of marriage counseling and that sort of thing.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So supposedly, I guess, relationships, everyone, in order to feel like they're living their full self in a relationship, they have ways that are the best ways to communicate with your partner or what your partner's needs are.
Yeah.
And you need to know what your partner's needs and desires are so that way you can have a harmonious relationship.
Mm-hmm. And that's why he created this quiz. And we'll talk about the quiz later, but basically we know there were 5, according to Gary Chapman, there were 5 love languages. And so it's important to know what your love language is so that you can communicate it to your partner.
Exactly.
And they may be different, right?
Oh, I'm sure they're different. Right. I'm sure they're different because if you know what you need when you're talking to your partner, you can say, okay, this is what I need in this relationship. And they might say, I can do it or I can't do it, but at least you'll know.
Right. That's what I was thinking. What if it's something they're just not interested in? That would be interesting. So let's talk about the 5 love languages. Number 1. What's number 1?
Words of affirmation. So it's like being able to put verbal affirmations onto your relationship and explore the importance of a sincere compliment.
Because we know that sincere is the key. That's the key word. But some people need to always be encouraged. That's what makes them feel good, is always be encouraged. Some people need to be reassured that they are important.
Yeah, I don't know. Girl. I mean, because your partner should do encouragement and expressions of love, but always?
Well, I agree. I mean, you can really go through your whole relationship expressing love, but you might not say it all the time.
Yeah, but always.
But there are some people who need it. That's
what is this, a past trauma that they're really living through, that they always,
right.
well, you didn't tell me today, you didn't tell me I'm beautiful, you didn't look at my dress, you didn't look, you'd be like, oh my goodness.
Right. Or
so
let's say
it's not sincere.
If it's not sincere, but let's say the father gave the babies a bath, and that's not something he typically does. He's going to be looking for some compliment.
If he needs words of affirmation,
if he needs words of
affirmation,
affirmation,
might not be,
right.
It might not be what he needs.
That's true.
Because it's more giving. You're giving power to your partner by words that you're saying. Like wow, you really did that quite well, whatever that was, and you really showed them who's boss. Those are words of affirmation.
That's true. So do you not agree or believe in words of affirmation?
I believe in them, but that's just not what fills me.
Right.
Right. It doesn't have to be like you didn't.
You don't need that. And that's because if you're comfortable with yourself and self-confident, you're fabulous. That's the thing, is if we know we're fabulous, we don't need all that affirmation. We affirm ourselves.
Yeah, you don't have to look outside yourself.
Right.
And so, but I don't knock those that do.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe women really have to do that for a man who's trying his best in a relationship, be it financial, to say, oh, baby, I know that you're out there doing it, the right situation, so they need those type of, like with my little cousin, he was in between jobs, but he's not married. However, it's enough of us to fill him up and say, well, you're positive, you're doing it. And so sometimes we do need that, especially when we're low, to have someone, be it a love relationship or a family relationship, to speak power to you.
That's true. That's very good.
And so, if he needs that, if that's his love language, I don't know.
Right.
But he did. When he found his gig, he was like, man, all y'all just love me, and I could tell, and called and said, thank you for being in my corner. Oh, he's in his 30s.
That's beautiful. I was saying he was a teenager.
Oh, no.
Well, that's important. At that age, it is really important for a man to feel affirmed.
You're trying your best, and you're not getting there.
Yeah.
So I think that words of affirmation can be very positive.
Yeah.
So someone won't be depressed.
Right. Maybe affirmation is a word. It could be encouragement.
Exactly. Just speaking power to someone's existence.
Y'all really blessed him with that. I'm sure.
We were all in this
corner.
Like, what we need to do. Let's do this. This is our plan. And so he knew that we were like lifting him up.
That is very important. That's why it's good to have strong women around you. And especially if you're a young man who doesn't have a father figure or even a mother figure. It's just real important. What are your thoughts about active service?
So what is exactly, when they say active service, when, I don't know, for some reason I think service, I think volunteer.
In my opinion, active service would be someone who's doing something for you. I would love to have someone take my car and get it serviced. For a perfect example, last week I needed 4 tires. My spouse just took my car out and went and got me some 4 tires, and I didn't have to ask for it. To me, that's an act of service. Filling my tank up, something that simple.
So did you give him some words of affirmation?
1,000%. He doesn't care for it. I am a person that loves to give. That's the interesting thing. I like to give words of affirmation. He thinks I'm pulling his leg. He's like, don't do that. Because he doesn't believe me. He thinks
that's not his love language.
That's not his love language. It's really no.
So active service is just anything that they
someone's helping you, serving you. Someone's helping you. Someone's actually making your life a little bit easier by their actions. That's the way I look at asking. It. Right, without asking. That's the key. That's really the key.
Ask you,
then it's not an act of service. They're just doing you a solid.
That's an act of you being nagging. Like, oh God. Or like the husbands too. Because I know a few women, like, I never had to worry about gas because my husband always makes sure there's gas in the...
That's nice, but that's not everybody.
No, we're just talking about active service.
Oh yeah, active service.
And so that would be an act of service.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Okay. So what do you think about that? Would you appreciate your partner performing acts of service like that? Washing your dishes or raking up your leaves or something like that?
We're not living together?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
If we wash the dishes, that's the house of the home.
Right. It's Okay, that's a good way of looking at it. But some men will not lift up a rake to save their lives.
Act of service. Ooh, he washed the dishes. Did he make the dirty dishes?
Right,
Well,
right.
yeah, he did it.
So that is not an act of service.
Act of service.
Okay, let's say y'all don't live together, but you're still in a relationship, and he comes over and rakes your leaves.
Okay,
that's just an example.
Nice. That's nice.
That's just nice. All right, so what is your love language? Or should we keep
let's
going and then we'll
going,
talk? Okay, so the third one, it's the most popular, if you ask me, among women, and that is receiving gifts. So women, they think that you don't love them if you don't give them something on the regular.
Well, and it's
a problem.
thoughtful gifts.
Yeah.
Like gifts that make sense, not give, ooh, I bought you this new vacuum.
I have a problem with people expecting a freaking car on Valentine's Day or Christmas or their birthday. That's just too much.
You watch too much social media.
I know. I know people personally.
Oh, really?
Personally, who got like a Porsche for their birthday. That's disgusting. Or for Valentine's Day. I'm not a big person. I don't believe in a lot of commercial parts of holidays. Definitely not Valentine's Day.
Right.
We have done the same thing for 10 years. He makes me a wonderful dinner, and I'll get some flowers. I'm happy with that.
But see,
I don't want a gift.
These gifts are hopefully, but you know what? For her or for him, that was the gift that they needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it should be a
Porsche.
Oh, hey, that's what they wanted. But it should be something that's hopefully something that you need or something that's really.
Well, you're being too reasonable. That's not That's really not a gift. That's just getting them something they need.
Or have you heard about those women that get engagement rings and they're like, oh, this is small.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So, it's a gift. I think the way they're looking at this is you're demonstrating how much you love them based on their gift. So if their diamond is little, they may equate that with you don't love them that much if they don't get a big diamond.
But these gifts could be something simple like you've been home and he's bringing you some flowers.
You're being too reasonable.
But I'm just saying, but that's not looking at the extremes because there's always extremes, right? Mm-hmm. So it could be something that he thought about me and he brought me a flower.
That's true.
And so if you're being reasonable, then that's sweet.
Okay.
So just those little thoughtful suggestions or she left you a card in your briefcase that said how awesome you're doing.
That's nice, but I don't think he would look at that as a gift.
Well, it depends
he
on
would look at that or she.
His love language.
Right.
So if you know that his love language is that kind of a gift or acts of affirmation and you put something,
Right.
And so that could definitely speak to him, but that's because your spouse.
That's true. But some people do, like it says, it will quote, it will equate emotional value based on the size or the value of the gift. That's a problem.
But that's some people.
That is some people. That's those gold diggers we were talking about earlier. Definitely. The gold diggers are cool with that. Gold diggers are not. Quality time, which to me is a real normal one. That's a nice thing. Some people maybe not want to be around their spouse a lot. He's out every night or she wants to hang out with her girls all the time. That could be a problem.
Or Shirley Rowley.
Who's that?
Isn't that the singer? And
Shirley Rowley.
Yeah, she was married to a congressman, and they've been married for 15 years.
Oh, Shirley Ralph. You are absolutely right. And they have lived across country,
for
so
15
there's no
years.
Quality time, and they're both fine with that.
Exactly. So they're quality. They do have quality time, but it's not an everyday. It's like on the weekends. Yeah. And that's probably what made their relationship even better.
That's true.
So I don't know if it's looking at it as they don't
quantity
have quality
versus quantity versus quality. Because you could be up under each other and not very happy.
You still here?
Right, or just nagging at each other. So quality time, what it says, the importance of quality time is fostering intimacy and connection. So that's not nagging, right? And then, let's say, it says engaging in shared activity. Now, that's a good quality time thing if you both like to run or you both like to work out or hang and go to the movies. I used to love going to movies every Friday. But since COVID, there hasn't been anything good.
I know, but movies are so fun, aren't
Girl, I love going to movies because I love the popcorn.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I got to be there for the popcorn. I almost don't even care what the movie is. long as I get my popcorn.
And you get to recline in those big chairs
Ooh.
now.
And don't you get irritated if that's the theater, you're in the theater without the good chairs?
I don't know, they all have it now.
I thought we were, and we ended up paying, paid a lot of money for those tickets, and they were regular chairs. I was pissed.
So quality time. Yeah, just even, like you said, just even a Friday night and you have a movie night at home. Just any kind of, because everybody's schedule is so crazy now and so busy. So
the weekends are good. Yeah. Weekends, if you can at least map out some time where you all can spend a couple of hours together doing something simple like watching a movie.
And if that's your partner's love language, then that's how they equate that you love them, is through the quality time.
There you go.
And whatever that looks like.
Because you might have two very different love languages.
Oh yeah,
so
for sure.
The key is to fulfill each other's. Take turns. So.
Exactly. So if you have a really busy schedule, that, like you said, the quality time might you just have to make sure that you're reaching out to them. It might not necessarily be in the physical.
You need to text them and say, "Hope you're having a great day."
Exactly.
That is something right there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you're thinking about me, so that's some quality that you actually put forth some effort.
Absolutely, and that's an easy one. I mean, in my opinion. So physical touch, that's the easy one too. I don't know. Some people like physical touch. Some don't. I've met married women who really don't want to be intimate with their husband. I'm like, that's not a good idea. Because you're going to complain if he goes somewhere else. So figure out how you both can, achieve happiness with that physical touch.
Especially if that's his love language and not yours.
Right.
That's going to be an issue.
Yeah, you're not matched up very well.
And physical touch can go way beyond just sexuality.
Right.
It could be just sitting on the couch and you rubbing on each other's feet.
Absolutely. Really, I love a massage. And you can rub my shoulders every day, scratch my back, anything. Just holding hands.
Exactly.
Just doing something really showing them that you're there. Hey, I'm in the room with you.
Or even if you're like dating someone or married to someone and you have to be walking and just put their hands here.
Really, something that's simple. And there are studies out there that show it's kind of medicinal. If you're not getting, that's why it's really good to hug somebody, to give the hug, because you're exchanging endorphins.
Right.
And so if there are people who are like not ever really getting any kind of physical touch, it might be a challenge for them.
Or that study of the babies.
What? Oh,
it was like
yes.
they had an orphanage of infants and they weren't developing well. And they couldn't figure out why they weren't developing, because the nurses weren't touching them or having any physical touch to them. And so some of them died because they didn't have that physical touch.
Yeah, that is like imperative.
Yeah,
there was you're absolutely right. There was a organization that I used to be part of, and it was mothers who were addicted, and it was a program, recovering mothers with their children. So it allowed the recovering mothers and their children to get the services they need. Well, when the mothers started going to work, there was a section where you could go and rock the babies. So it was a baby rocking. So we have volunteers coming in and holding the babies, giving them all that physical affection while their mothers were, trying to make a living for themselves. So that is really, it's called Santa Maria. I wonder if they still do that.
Where was this?
It's here in Houston. I used to be on the board a long, long time ago, but that was one of the beautiful things.
So sweet.
It was a really
And I could even see how that could help a mother who's maybe lost a child for her healing process too.
Absolutely.
You should see if they still have it.
I'm going to find out, because I have a friend, the one who started it, she doesn't have any kids. But she loves babies, so she created that program, and it was just great for her and great for the baby. I think I'm going to find out, and if not, we could always get something started.
We should do it.
I love a baby. I love babies.
That would be the act of service that we talk about.
That is really good. I'm going to find out, because I know some hospitals have it too. Hospital nurseries have it, where you can go into the nursery and hug them.
And that's why physical touch is so important. So just imagine you're in a relationship and you're craving physical touch from your partner.
Right, and that's really true. That's a really
because all of these, I think, are just basically just ways that you can feel the connection.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you don't know your love language, you don't know how to speak to your partner.
That's right.
So you can take a
let's
test.
Take that quiz, and that quiz is called 5 lovelanguages.com. It's a very fun quiz. It's really cute. I think it's multiple choice.
Yeah, well, this particular one, there's 2 choices, and you go through and you make those choices, and at the end they'll tell you what your love language is.
And I think that's how I found out that mine was acts of service. Mm-hmm. And you may have more than one. You could end up finding out that you have a couple.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I'm quality time and physical touch.
I love that. I think that's great. Those are 2 good ones too. I know that physical touch is one of mine. I always would love to get like a pedicure and a massage. I love touch. I'm all about touch therapy. I think that's important. I really, and it might have something to do with me being a middle child too.
It probably does.
Getting ignored a lot.
That's right. Maybe those other ones are because I'm an only child.
See, I bet you that is. You are very self-reliant. That's what it is. So you don't need words of affirmation. You don't need that crap. You don't care about gifts. You don't care about that. That's really important. So, would you be offended if someone gave you a gift? Would you have a problem with one of your boyfriends to give you a gift?
I got partners.
One of your your man's friend.
Your man's friend.
Your man friend.
Well, I to me, if it's a gift that you knowing who I am and what I like
one of those super cool graphic t-shirts.
Exactly.
How could you turn that down?
Exactly. Okay. But if you give me something big and bulky that's not really me, it's like, okay, you're just doing this for yourself. You're not really doing it because this is something that you're doing for me.
Okay. That's a good catch.
No, not I.
I feel, the funny thing is I feel embarrassed sometimes when I get gifts, and that's what it does to some people. You're like, why'd you do that? That's not necessary. Especially like Christmas time with my kids, with my son and his, I'm like, do not give me a bunch of stuff. It's embarrassing to me. I don't need a lot of gifts. Give me one simple, modest thing. Right. I am not a gold digger.
Well, I will say someone gave me a Jimi Hendrix card.
Ooh.
It was just a regular
card.
Like
his music, like him playing the guitar.
Yeah, but it was a card, like a postcard.
Right.
Think about postcard, and every time you walk by it changed different colors.
Right.
Now, I was impressed
with
that.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And I was like, yes.
And that was simple. And you framed it.
I framed it and put it in, matte, purple and white matte.
It was his favorite color.
Because it would change purple.
Oh my God, the purple haze. That's why.
And so something that's thoughtful about me, I can get down with it.
Okay, that makes sense. Makes sense.
I'm not that hardcore.
Put some thought into it. She's pretty hardcore.
I'm not that hard.
She's hard.
Give me some good running shoes.
Okay. Ooh, now that's a gift.
That's a gift.
So you would appreciate.
I would appreciate.
It just depends on what it is.
Running shoes get expensive.
They are very expensive. So you want something that has some value to it, some meaning to it.
Or something that this is who you are.
Okay.
And this is something that I can give to you.
Okay. I like that.
So I'm not hard.
Okay. She's hard, but she's hard in a reasonable way. So let me see. So that would be the thing to do is I really would love to have some of our audience members take the quiz, comment, let us know, reach out to us. Either you're going to email us or comment on any one of our platforms and let us know what your love languages are. If you agree with us, if you disagree, we're open. So
Exactly. So words of affirmations, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality times, and physical touch.
Those are the acts. Those are your love language topics. I don't know what else to call them. So definitely, we hope you guys will follow us, comment, like, share, do all the things you need to do to help support our platform, okay?
Exactly.
Because Auntie Kiva and I are really trying to bring y'all some good information.
Some good content.
Yeah. So where can they find us, Dr. Kiva?
You always like to do that
Dr. Kiva.
My memory's bad.
She can do it.
I'm 50.
That's not. I am so much older than you. It ain't even funny. But it's important to keep your brain sharp. So we can be reached on Instagram, Facebook, How You Livin Houston. You can find us on YouTube, How You Livin. Look for Dr. Kiva and Robin B. You can email us at howyoulivin1111@gmail.com. Send us some ideas if you have suggestions or questions. Anything related to your well-being, we're here for it.
Exactly.
And we definitely make house calls. How about that?
Exactly. So you have some questions about body and health and wellness and teas and all of that good stuff.
Natural healing.
There.
Absolutely. So in the meantime, we're going to ask our people, how you living? Peace.
like you just don't care. Wave like you're feeling good. Wave your life for your hood. Wave your life.